the Afternoon Business Show. It's time for the entrepreneurship segment, and it's part 2 of our discussion on mistakes, money management mistakes that business owners make. Over to you, Mr. Charles.
Yes, thank you very much, Gina. So you can see for us entrepreneurship, you see that these are people that we must continue to encourage. We must continue to celebrate them because they take the risks and they create value for people. They see opportunities where other people see problem. That's why they are entrepreneurs. And usually, or mostly today in the country or all over the world, we see that the SMEs are an important people in the society because they create jobs. In fact, some statistics have said over 80% of jobs created are from the SMEs. So, and every government to ensure that these SMEs they strive, they employ more people so that we can begin to reduce the 33 point something percent. The National Bureau of Statistics have told us that is the Nigerian unemployment rates. So you can see government even setting up Sme'S. So all these are measures to ensure that entrepreneurs operate in a friendly business environment. However, these entrepreneurs make certain mistakes and which will hinder their improvement. All over the world today, if you look at the history of business, you know that most businesses started as SMEs. In fact, I read somewhere a very popular fast food brand, all over the world. They started small, but they were thinking big. We've also seen global brands today. They started as SME. In fact, even in our Nigerian market today, we've seen that some of these companies started as SMEs, as family businesses, and today they are national brands. They are all over the country. Unilever was started by two brothers, Lever brothers, and so many other businesses that we have seen. So we need to encourage these SMEs. So these mistakes that they make, 13 money management mistakes SME owners make. We'll be able to discuss some of them. So we'll just try to run through and conclude the remaining part. Is they spending too much money too soon? Yes. Then overestimating their future sales, failing to manage their cash flow, then not analyzing their prices. Okay. Then of course mixing personal and business finances. We will continue to emphasize that you need to have a separate bank account for yourself and of course for your business, because your business is not you. Then confusing profit with cash flow. We've also said that it does not because you see a lot of cash entering your business, you think that is a profit, because when you talk of profit, it's cash minus your expenses. So what comes after that, that is your profit. So business owners should not confuse profit with cash. Okay, so some of the other factors we have not discussed, some of the other mistakes that SME owners make in terms of their money management: mismanaging business deductions. Mismanaging business deductions. There are deductions you make from your business. Maybe you have paid salaries, the deductions you make, you don't even send it to the appropriate authority. And over a period of time, it accumulates and it becomes a problem. When the authorities or the workers now complain, it becomes an issue. So as an SME owner, you have more than 5 staff working with you and you are making these deductions. Please ensure that as you deduct, you send the monies to the appropriate authorities, whether it's for their pension, whether it's for their health. Make sure you do those deductions. But we have seen that most SME owners they deduct, but they are very, very reluctant to remit the money. Another money management mistake they make is skipping tax payment. In fact, I used to have a client and I told her, madam, you are doing very well in your business now. So you can save. Then let's say you can apply for a mortgage. At least there is a provision for business owners. They say, no, I will not. They will ask me to come and pay tax. So you can see. I said, why would you pay your tax? At least you are here, you are running your business. You should be able to pay your tax. And the tax authorities have made it so easy. If you cannot calculate your tax returns, you go to the office, they will come and assess, and they will assess you based on what your sales and what you are doing. You should be able to pay tax as a responsible citizen. As you vote, you should be able to assist government, pay out as long as you operate your business. So you can see they want to skip tax payment, which no consultant or expert will encourage them to do. It is very simple. You can just walk to the tax office in your local government or closer to you, and those tax officials will come. They will show you how to do your tax return, and maybe every year or every quarter, as the case may be, you file your returns, your tax returns to them, and everybody will be happy. The economy will improve, and you also know that you are using your business to contribute to development in the country. That's also a mistake. Another mistake they make again is neglecting to reinvest in the business. Some of them just see their business as a cash cow. Just get the cash and fund some other projects. You don't know that for the business to really grow, you need to reinvest some of your profit, or you need to retain some of these earnings. You need to retain it in your business to improve. And also for your staff training, your equipment, you need to improve. Change your processes for ultimate delivery. So you need to reinvest in your business. Not all the profits you just make and you. That reminds me of a funny story where an accountant told the owner of the business, sir, this year we made so and so profits. Okay, give me everything. So you can see that you need to retain, accountant call it retain earnings. You need to retain some of your profits to improve the operations of your business. Another mistake they make in terms of their money management is underpaying themselves. Yes, owners of business, some of them underpay themselves. And we have said, when you start your business, yes, agreed, for a period, maybe a year or so, the business is owing you. When the business now stabilizes, you should, if you were in a paid employment and you were collecting, let's say maybe as a senior manager in any of the, maybe a bank or a civil company, or a civil servant, and you were collecting 500 or 600,000 naira as your take home. Of course, when you now run your business, the business is now stabilized, you know the profit you are making, you should take more than what you were paying, you were being paid while you were in paid employment. You should take more than that. But we've seen business owners who refuse, they still underpay themselves. You set up that business to satisfy yourself, at the same time solve a problem for society, so you must benefit from it. Another mistake business SME owners make in terms of money management is operating without a budget. This also goes back to our segment on investors education, when we have spoken of money management, fundamentals of money management, principles of financial planning. How can you operate without a business? Without a budget? How will you be able to assess your performance? So, at the beginning of the year, the financial year, you should have a budget as to what is budget. In personal finance, we call it planned spending. There is no difference. Planned spending, you already have all your list of expenses the things you want to do. And of course, the revenue side, where is the money coming to fund those your expenses? You give an estimate. That is a budget. It does not mean everything has to be accurate. But over time, you'll be able to predict that, yes, in raw material, this is what we spend. In staff salary, of course, you can predict that. Okay? So you need to operate a budget. Don't be scared, because people think when you say budget, it's a Nigerian government budget. But even at that, the Nigerian government has a budget. So at the beginning of every year, or before that year, the executive will do the budget. They will tell us this is the amount of money they are expecting from our various revenue sources, and these are expenses, and where we are going to source, or where we are going to fund this budget. And they send it to the National Assembly for approval. So they can't just spend money anyhow in operating Nigeria. So the same also applies to you as an SME owner. You just need to have a budget for your operations, a budget that will capture the things you are doing in your business. And if you keep your books properly in terms of your accounting and finances, of course you can attract funding sources from outside the country, because what they are looking for is accountability. You know, you must see that the business is being run properly. So you need to operate with a budget. Another mistake again they make in terms of their money management is not building a financial cushion. You run a business, and I keep saying this, even if you're a civil servant, you cannot continue the way you were some 20, 30 years ago. So even if you run your business, you must have a system where you can create emergency fund. Have a system that even when you are no longer in that business, the business is still running. It's a system. It cannot be a one-man show. The days of one-man business, one-man capital is over. So you set up the business, create system that make arrangements for your staff, you know, in terms of financial cushion. At the same time, when even in terms of succession planning, when you want to go and relax, the business will continue to run, whether you are there or you are not there. Of what use if the business will not go on when you are not there? Just like we said in our investor education series, Warren Buffett quotes, that you can only become rich when you make money while sleeping. You are sleeping, your money is working for you. So that is also a mistake most business SME owners make in terms of their money management, not building the financial cushion. Then the last one, which of course for me is going to be a topic in investors education, forgetting about retirement. Most SME owners, business owners, they just forget about retirement. They think things will just be the way it is. Even if you want things to be the way you want it to be, your body can no longer carry it. At times you want to run, you can no longer run. You say, me that I used to do sprints, 100 meters, but look at now, you can no longer run. And I see this happening over and over with, permit me, with due respect to the military uniform people. The man is retired, but you still see him, he wakes up early in the morning and he's still doing his parade. And his attention, you know, telling the children, because he never planned for retirement. So you must plan for your retirement as early as possible, so that for this smooth transition from active working life to be retired. Retirement does not mean you're not going to do anything. Let's say you run your business. You can become the chairman of the business, or if that is even too tedious, you can just become a founder, and once in a while, at your own time, just for you to just move around. In terms of the hobby, you just go and see your business and you come back, because you know they are funding your account. So we need to really plan for retirement as SME owners. Is part of the mistakes they make in terms of their money management. So like I promised, all things being equal, we'll take a full series on retirement planning for civil servants, uniform personnel, business owners, and for professionals, because you need to plan for that retirement. Thank you.
All right.